Hi everyone, it's Mahashivratri Sadhana day 16 today, and I wanted to talk to you about how my day went yesterday because yeah, all sorts of things happened which you might find interesting. So the first thing was straight afterwards going into town, walking into town and everything. I was really energetic. And I was kind of running along the street with my daughter and skipping and like touching her and then running and then, you know, just being lively and energetic, which was really nice. I was quite organised for lunchtime. I took with me my my fresh fruit, my apples and my bananas and my pumpkin seeds and things to eat. So I had a raw lunch and that felt good. And then later in the day, we stayed in town a long time. We started doing shoe shopping for my daughter to have shoes for the wedding, for my mum's wedding. So we're looking for a particular kind of colour, sparkly enough, right kind of design, not sporty. It was a challenge. So we went round a lot of shops, and after a while I was kind of getting tired and just feeling like, okay, this is enough now, this is enough. And then this morning I was thinking, do you know what, this has been the longest period of time for a long time in my life that I haven't been near trees or grass or anything particularly natural, and it's just that kind of being in a concrete jungle for me I find harder to kind of live in a flowing kind of smooth way. They give me energy. Yeah, they give me energy. So today that's going to be one of my main things, is to go and find some trees and give them a hug and maybe put my back up against one for a while and feel its lovely energy, because I do miss that. And having a garden in France is just so easy, just to walk outdoors whenever you want to and just be there in nature. Yeah, so my practice this morning with Mahashivratri wasn't as good at all, and I think I'm going to put it down to what's going on? Stay there, stay! I'm going to put it down to my dinner and the kind of treat that I had in town. So right near the end of our shopping trip we went to Harvest, which is an alternative health food shop, and I decided to get myself a vegan carrot cake, and that probably wasn't refined sugar, it was probably agave syrup or something, but yeah, it was really sweet, much sweeter than anything else that I normally eat in my life normally. And then Robin and Heidi decided to buy this quite long, quite thick hazelnut chocolate bar. It tasted a bit like Nutella, but it was vegan. I didn't check what kind of sugar was in that, but I just had one chunk of it, just one. Yeah, I was kind of, you know, I could feel that I was getting a bit of a, not a sugar high, but my sugar was being elevated to above average levels. And then the dinner was cooked all the way through. Everything was cooked and nothing was... Oh yeah, we did have a tiny salad with some apple and some celery in, which was really tasty. But this morning my stomach feels kind of dull and it feels a bit heavy and lifeless, and I think it basically transfers up here and does the same to my head. So during... See, I can't even think straight. I'm thinking much slower. My Sura Kriya, my breathing and getting the right numbers of breaths for my postures and stuff was kind of nearly 3/4 of you know what I was doing percentage-wise was off. I wasn't getting my figures right and my numbers right and my breathing right, and I was like, come on Joanna, get it together. Get it together. And that's basically what I'm putting it down to, is just, you know, what I've eaten, because it just makes a huge amount of difference for me. But on a positive note, yesterday I bought some gorgeous fabric and I designed this little dress for my daughter Heidi, who's 8, and took her measurements quickly, and this is for her birthday present coming up. And so I haven't totally finished, but can you see? So the straps need to be fixed on the cross back design, and then it's got some lovely pockets here, which you can just about see, and it's got a separate waistband, and then a seam here where all the gathering goes in. But basically I started that at probably about 8 o'clock and I finished about 11:30, and I was focused on it for 3.5 hours. The only time I stopped was to make myself a hot drink. Interestingly, Petra said, you know, I wouldn't be able to focus on something for that long, and I think that's one thing that the Isha Foundation practices that I do, it really just extends my concentration time, and I can just sit there totally with what I'm doing for really long periods of time without needing to stop. And I'm sitting there, you know, happily breathing normally and naturally, and just really enjoying what I'm doing. So the next thing is designing for this beautiful fabric, which is backed with this gorgeous soft brushed cotton. So yeah, I'm going to make her a dress out of that, also for her birthday. What else can I say? Let me just have a pause. So my aim for today is to have a raw lunch and a raw dinner, and try not to break out of that. I'll still have my hot drinks, but just eat much more raw, and then just see if my practice in the morning, Mahashivratri day 15 it will be much clearer, much more focused, yeah, just flowing well. I did actually want to talk a bit about chanting, because I've done some chanting that's not relating to Isha Foundation as well in London with Tri Yoga in the past, and I've really found that it can get me to a place of real kind of centred yumminess, and I just want to sit there just peacefully. Sometimes, I remember once the last time I did it in London, everyone else was still chanting around me and I literally couldn't utter any more sounds because I couldn't. It's almost like I was paralysed and still, and I just had to sit there and just enjoy all these feelings and sensations that I was having, that was going on, and I was just so content and so centred. And the other thing that I think chanting is fantastic for is that, especially with Isha Foundation, you've got kind of, for example, the last one, 3 rounds, okay? So 3 rounds is actually really short. It's over very quickly. So you're thinking, okay, well, in that time, I need to, every single syllable, every single vibration, every single sound that I utter, I need to be totally in it and totally in the present with that chant, with that sound. Otherwise, 3 rounds are going to go past and it'll be over and it'll be gone, and I'll have missed it if I'm not totally there with it, like with anything. So it just reminds you to just stay with the vibration, with the sound, with the sensation in your body. Yeah, in fact, in my whole practice today, with the hour and a half that I was doing, that was the most present that I was in my whole practice, was when I was doing the chanting. So for me, it's a really important part of my practice. So if you haven't done it, try it. I've forgotten her name, but she's brilliant. Tri Yoga. She does Friday nights, and she goes to Chelsea. She goes to Soho, I think. And yeah, she's brilliant. She's got this amazing box that makes a sound, and she's kind of, it's like a continuous sound. And then there's a live drummer, and the drumming is just really powerful. I love that. It's amazing. And chanting with other people as well is just getting that energy in the room, everyone doing it together. Oh, I want to do it again. But yeah, you can still get that yummy feeling from doing it yourself as well, in your room, on your own. So anyway, thank you very much everyone. Namaskar, and I'll see you soon. Bye.